Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loch Briar Knits. I am Kelly, your hostess, and this is episode 120 something, or 130. I don't know which. I didn't check beforehand. I always forget that part. I'm going to bring this a little closer. It is a very sunny, very beautiful fall day here in Nova Scotia, Canada. I am hoping to get out into it, so I am filming this a little impromptu and early in the morning. I have my second cup of coffee. It's not that early in the morning, actually. I went down to the coffee shop from 7:30 to about 10 o'clock and did some writing. And for any of you new, that's my other creative outlet. I write books. And a shameless plug. And yeah, so I went down there for about 2.5 hours and did some writing on my new book, and then came back up here and thought, you know what, if we want to go out this afternoon, this would be a perfect time for me to get my podcast done, and then I can edit it tonight and tomorrow and hopefully get it up tomorrow evening. I feel a little like my voice is going. I don't really know why, but I have coffee. We ran out of coffee the other day, and which is fine for me because I go down to the coffee shop in the morning and get my double Americano. But I always like that second cup when I get home. So anyways, I realized we hadn't replenished our coffee stash, so I grabbed some brand 49 from Second Cup while I was down there. And I like dark roast and my husband likes medium roast. So I got one of each and then I blended them together. So we have medium dark roast. I have a lot to show you. So here's what's been going on. I have finished the White Mountains sweater with the exception. Now it is finished, but if you watched the previous vlog for October, you will know I messed up the first sleeve. I don't know what I was thinking. I kind of explain it all in the vlog, so I won't sort of rehash it. But the sleeve was too skinny and too short, which I realized when I tried it on. But the reason I did that was because as I was knitting the second sleeve, it looked as if the sleeve was, that I didn't have enough stitches on the sleeve. So then I looked at the pattern again and realized I made this ridiculous mistake. I still don't know how I did that. Where I basically decreased way more times than I was supposed to in the first 3 rows. I kept repeating the first 3 rows. I repeated them like 22 times. When I look at it now, I'm like, were you drinking that night? What happened to your brain? Did you leave it somewhere on the way home from work? I don't know. So I had to think back about, where am I going to stick my coffee here? No. Don't spill. So I had to think back probably about that much. And then I thought, well, I should probably try on the whole sweater because I hadn't done that yet, because I had assumed that even though the other sleeve looked a little skinny, which you might remember me mentioning in the previous episode before the vlog, that it looked a little skinny, but I wasn't too worried because my forearms are generally skinnier. I figured it would be okay. And I thought the length was okay because raglan I thought was a bit lower than it actually was. So I was like, that's fine. Didn't try it on. And then I tried it on after I realized my mistake with this one, because I realized I would have made the same mistake on this one, or on the completed sleeve, than I did on the second sleeve, because I followed the instructions that I was doing for the second sleeve in the same incorrect way. I tried it on and I realized that, so here it is. So also the other thing I'm a little concerned about is I did a stretchy bind off and I'm a little worried it's going to be too wavy, but I'm hoping that'll block out. And in the end, I don't think, like when I tried it on, I didn't really notice it that much. So I think we should be fine. But here we have it. I will try this on. It is the perfect size. This one, however, needs a little encouraging to get up where it needs to go. And it's too short. So what I'm going to basically have to do, I'm not going to tink back Mohair and Baby Llama, because when I did it for this one, I had to tink back about this much, and it was so aggravating, and it kept getting twisted on itself. So right, I would say I'm gonna have to go back to, I think, about, where did I put the little marker here? Like where this marker is. So what my plan is I am going to cut the sleeve about here, like literally cut it off. I'm going to amputate the sleeve. And then I'm going to put in a lifeline first, which I know is really difficult to do after you've knit it, but at least that will give me some hope of capturing the stitches correctly. The other thing I could do, and I still don't want to do that without at least attempting to get a lifeline in there, is pull this back and roll it into a ball and then just reuse that. But having picked this back, it's just really sticky, like with the mohair and everything, and I have enough yarn in both the Illimani Llama, which is the darker base color in their charcoal colorway, and then I also have enough of the gray Mohair, which is Knit Picks, in their I don't remember colorway. So that's the carbon, and that's the alpaca. And I still have this left, which is probably going to be all I need for the sleeve. And then I have a full one, and I do have another one of these. But let me just show you, because I love this sweater. I love it. Okay, I'm going to push this back. Okay, so just ignore the lights. So this is what it looks like. And let me see if I can, there. So it is a little wavy here, but I'm hoping that'll block out. And if it doesn't, honestly, I think it'll probably ease in time. You can see the difference in the sleeves. It's so ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyways, that's my upcoming project, is to fix that sleeve. But I love the sweater. This is, what am I wearing? My puntilla sweater from Hohi Locatelli. It's the first sweater I've ever knit, and it remains one of my favorites. I'm knitting another one. So that was the White Mountain sweater that I showed you from Midori Hirose. And once I realized my mistake, it was so obvious. Like, it's not, I don't know how I made the mistake. Let's just say that. I don't know how I read it. I mean, I do know how I read it the way I read it, but I don't know why I read it that way. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's my not finished object. So, I do have another finished object. That is I think these were called Rustic Cabin. That was it. I was thinking all morning, I was trying to remember the name of these, and I don't think I still have the band. But these are the Felici socks. I think I had the first one done last episode. So these are completed now, and I love them. I love them. I love them so much. I bought some more Felici sock. No, they didn't have any of this. I really wanted to get another one of these because I thought my mom would really like it. I could get one. They didn't have it in stock, but they were having a sale on their other Felici yarn, so I picked 3 colors that I liked. So that's that. There's not really much to say about that. This is just my standard vanilla sock pattern. I do the cuff basically as long as I feel like doing it. Sometimes it's this long, sometimes it can be that long. But usually with the Felici socks, what I will do is I will do a little bit of an edging and then do 2 color stripes and then go into the body. But as you'll notice, these are fraternal, not identical twins. And the dog hair is just extra insulation. Thank you, Scout. Oh, actually, I think that was one of mine. Thank you, Kelly. So, yeah, you will notice they actually are upside down socks. So when I started knitting the second sock, I realized that it was going in the opposite direction stripe-wise as the first sock. And I figured I would just go with it. So it basically starts, see if I can do this right. Yeah. So it starts like this. So they are not identical, but I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. So anyways, because I have small feet, when I finish my socks, I say I have probably more than a third of a ball left. So I think what I'm going to start doing is doing some scrappy socks, because I've got, like, you can't really see, but this basket right here has all of my leftover yarns in it, and there's a lot. The good thing is that Helen Stewart's knit event for 2022 focuses completely on minis for every single project, which is brilliant. So I'm going to start using up my leftovers here. Plus I do have minis from last year's advent calendar from Sweet Sparrow that I haven't used anything of yet. You know, you get these advents and you have these lofty ideas, and then you realize, oh, I've got a day job and I have a writing career and I have a small business, and apparently there's only 24 hours in the day, and at some point I'm supposed to sleep. So I did get my advent calendar from Homespun House this year, which I'm very excited about. It came in. It is so beautifully packaged. It's insane. It's beautiful. And I have the advent calendar holder, I guess, like the hold your goodies from Alex Cohn's, which I showed in my, might have been September vlog. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So I can't wait. I can't wait for vlogmas. So that's another finished object. I do have a half finished object, because apparently my sock mojo is back in full form, which it had been gone for a while. It had left the building. So I decided, since my sock mojo is back, that I would do kind of a deep stash dive and start using some of the sock yarns that I had bought years ago with every intention of knitting this up right away, and then I didn't. So this is, look at the colors in that, honestly. Look how pretty that is. Like, it looks Christmassy to me. As I was knitting it up, I was like, this looks like a fluorescent Christmas. So this is from, and I don't know, let me see if I've got the, but it was from, and I'm probably going to butcher the name, Pirate Woolen. It's a German dyer. I don't know if she's still dyeing, but this and another skein from her I bought, and I think these were literally the first skeins of indie dyed yarn that I purchased. So this was 5 years ago, easy. So yeah, I started, and then what I do is, as soon as I finish a sock, right away I cast on the new sock, and like as soon as I finish, I literally weave in the ends and I cast on the second sock so that I don't have second sock syndrome. And I'll knit like the first few rows of the cuff just to get it going. So that's what I did, and that's on the way. But yeah, I'm just in a real sock knitting mood lately. So caked up in the ball. There's probably dog hair on it. Sorry, not sorry. The other thing I did is, take that off, put it back in the bag so I don't. So the other thing that I did, there might be some crinkling going on here. But I finally cast on my mom's sweater for Christmas. So she wanted me to knit her a sweater for Christmas out of, what is it here? It's ripped. It's the dog. The dog's very excited. I think she's going for a walk. Phentex Chunky. Just sorry, it's kind of ripped. They don't make this anymore. This is cream. Like, it's just a basic cream. It's huge. I have 2 of them. So, I guess it's on. It's top down, so it goes this way. It's gonna have a bit of a wide neck, but I think my mom likes a looser neck if I'm not mistaken. So this is the kind of the raglan increases that you see here. This knit up really fast. This knit up in about, maybe took an hour to do that. So I think it's gonna knit up pretty quickly. The only problem is that I'm gonna need a bigger needle soon, and I have to see if I actually have. I do have my interchangeables, so I think I should be okay, but I'm gonna have to put it on a larger needle soon, or wire. So that started, and I'm gonna work on that a little today, and I think I've got to get working on this for a bit before I do the change on the White Mountains sweater sleeve. So I've got probably about another few weeks before it's actually going to be cool enough to wear that. So I'm okay. I got some time. The other thing I did was I went to an impromptu, well, it wasn't an impromptu fiber festival, but it was impromptu in the sense that I only knew about it the day before. So when we were at the Schooner House last weekend, they have not far from there, it's called Memory Lane, and it's basically this, it's got like an old schoolhouse, it's got all of these, it's got a church, it's got like all these kind of older buildings, and they have them all set up so you can walk through them as almost like museum-y like. But they were having a fiber festival there, and they had a lot of vendors that I knew of, but I didn't have any of their yarns. So I thought, you know what? I've never been to a fiber festival before. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get myself some yarn. So that's what I did. So I'm gonna show you what I got. So this one doesn't have a tag on it because they were still kind of getting set up when I got there. But this is Nerds with Needles. I don't know the name of the colorway. And it was so fun looking. I loved it. And it's super soft. It feels like the same sock base I use on mine. So that's going to be a pair of socks. There were some natural dyers there that I really wanted to try. So I got, okay, this is Botanical Fibers, and this is Logwood and Iron. So it's this beautiful kind of bluish purple look. So this is 80% Australian superwash merino, 20% nylon. So that'll make a good sock, but I may use it in a shawl. It's just such a pretty color. This one was Haynes Creek in their heathers. And it says Haynes Creek Heathers by Gathering Yarn. So the company's name is Gathering Yarn. This is Aran Weight. These are only like $11 a skein, which is great. So I got these two, and I thought, and they're actually really soft. They are 100% pure Highland wool, but they don't have that scratchiness that I thought that they would. They're actually really lovely. Like, I think these will make a wonderful straight cowl. And then the other one was Natural You. This one is Everything is Love, Gots to Have It, Global Organic Textile Standard, 100% merino. So this is approximately 115 grams, 420 yards. So look at the colors in that. Isn't that lovely? And that's their thing. And then I got this one, which is Pure and Simple Fingering, Untreated Merino, 100%. It's 100 grams and 400 meters. Do they have a, oh, Magnolia in Bloom. I love this one. I love this one. This is gonna make a lovely shawl or cowl. I like cowls. I love cowls. I love cowls that are well fitted against my neck so I don't have to keep. And this one, oh, this one came from Cape Breton, and they are the Opulent Alpaca. So they have their own herd of alpacas. Our herd of alpacas is ethically and sustainably raised in Inverness, Cape Breton. I just realized I have coffee grinds under my nails. It's coffee grinds, it's not dirt. I was grinding the coffee before I came up here, and I forgot to check. So if you're like, geez, lady, clean yourself. But this yarn is 225 yards. It is 1/3, oh God, I can't say this, Huacaya, 1/3 Surrey, and 1/3 Merino 3-ply. And it is, they had it in all these amazing colors, which they looked naturally dyed. I'm not 100% sure, but it's just, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's so incredibly soft. It's amazing. So that was my yarn haul from there. Here is, because I was getting the Felici yarn, and I also was, the reason I got the Felici yarn was because I was buying a sweater's quantity of yarn to do Cinder by Jessica McDonald. So one thing I love about the sweater, aside from the fact that it's a beautiful sweater, is my very first dog was named Cinder. So I was like, oh. And I absolutely, look at the design on that. She does such beautiful colorwork sweaters. And I did the, oh my God, I'm completely blanking. I'll put the name down here. My first colorwork sweater I did was her pattern, and she had made it for the first time colorwork knitter, which was me. So, and I loved it. Like, I love how she writes patterns. I love how they look. So what I did was, first I'll show you the Felici yarn. So this is Secret Garden, and this is Bebop, and this is Gone Fishing. Gone Fishing. I got the hiccups now. So I got two balls each for those. Now, here's my plan. I'm using Swish DK, and I got the Squirrel Heather for the base. So this is going to be this. And then for the contrasting colors, I got the Garnet Heather and the Forest Heather. So these are going to be the contrasting color for this, which I think is actually going to show up really nicely. And I'm not sure which I am going to use for which. I think that I will use the green for the, what looks kind of like orange here, and then the red. No, maybe I'll do the opposite of that. I think I might do the green kind of where the, it looks like blue, and then I'll do the red in where the orange is. And I might do that over the holidays. It does have kind of a nice little Christmas feel to it. So I got enough of that for the base. I probably will have 1 or 2 skeins left over. I think when I did the other sweater, I used Swish DK as well. And I think I had one and a bit left over. So that, I think, is going to be my next sweater. I also ordered her new book called Forest, I believe, and that came in the other day, and I completely forgot to bring it up. So I will show you that next time. But that is about it. That's all that's going on right now. Knitting wise, it feels like a lot. I've really got to concentrate on my mom's sweater. I want to make a really good go on that over the next few weeks, and then I will fix my winter white mountain sweater. I always get the wrong name of that. And then I will dive into the Jessica one. I do want to make a pair of socks for my husband for Christmas as well. And I do have, as I was cleaning up my stuff, I have some of this left. So I thought what I would do is I would use the red to kind of rim or do the cuff, and then have this for the body and then red for the toe for my husband. Or the other option is I could do the brown. And the brown may be smarter because I think the black will show all the dog hair. If I have time, if not, I may just package up the things of yarn and say I'll do that over the holidays. Love you. So anyway, that's what's going on. I've been getting a little more knitting done than I had been. I find I've just been kind of trying to find these pockets of time because I also have a deadline for my first draft of my book to have to my editor, which is January 20th, and I'm halfway through right now. So I've got to make sure that I allow time for that. And then Vlogmas is coming up in a month, which I'm actually very excited about. I was looking back watching last year's Vlogmas just to get an idea of what I had done, just to kind of get some ideas going and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Vlogmas. I will be doing that this year. That's what's going on. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. That really helps get the word out about the channel. Hit the little button if you want to be notified of when new stuff is coming out. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye.